fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the your little rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste and bust a man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but they got in a figure you. Take the spit of money, gal and say that it's not you. One day the man above me, look him, I got a bet too much. It in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
They mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in a whatever. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
On they treat the market man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
On they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the son man.
It burn me.
On them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Yeah.
Stibby-dim day, stibby-dim day, stibby-dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening on the Drive Time London program. Thank you very much for joining from wherever you are joining. As you may be aware, I had an appointment this morning, so I couldn't do the early show. So I want to look at a particular scenario during this program. It won't be a very long program because we'll leave Andrew Wholeness and in criminal regime for later on when we come back. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters and shows, good evening everyone, and welcome. Like and share the live, please. We've all seen the Diddy scandal awash all over social media, and it is getting worse by the day. It is to be said that Hollywood is very silent. The entertainment industry globally is rather more silent, and it is cause for concern. But there are particular things that drew my attention why I'm covering this issue today, because I'm not one who is much fond of celebrity. I'm watching what's going on, but I'm no fan of any of them. But one thing for sure, though, you cannot ignore the swarm of victims that are coming forward, in particular to do with civil lawsuit against P. Diddy since the whole thing started to fall apart. And often people from the industry keep coming out and speaking. For years, Jaguar in particular and Cat Williams have been speaking about these things and have been branded as being crazy or being conspirators. More and more this scandal go on, it's becoming an octopus tentacle where more names are surfacing. And a name that has been surfaced which draw my attention, which for me draws in the Jamaica music and entertainment industry. And I want to ask some questions this evening. It may not be popular for some people, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't ask questions. This gentleman, I think his name is Jonathan. He's a publicist within the industry. He's not the only one who has made this claim, but as someone from the industry who put their face on camera making these allegations, then it allows one to ask further questions. Now, this publicist is making the accusation, and he claimed of having evidence that DJ Khaled is gay as well. We've all been hearing about P. Diddy saga, Jay-Z name called a lot or whatever, but we've seen everything flowing out from the P. Diddy scandal at the moment. And the lawsuits are just piling up. If such allegation is being made of DJ Khaled, the whole of them are silenced to these allegations. Ever since the P. Diddy scenario, all of these people are in silence. DJ Khaled, where things spark for me, is very intertwined with a lot of our entertainers at home. We know also that people like Beanie Man have their friendship with P. Diddy. We also aware that people like Buju Banton signed deal in the past with Jay-Z Rock Nation. It is globally understood with people in the music and entertainment industry that there is a relentless abuse of women and men in the music industry in order to give them contract and in order for their career to take off. DJ Khaled is very close to a lot of our dancehall entertainers. And it leads me to ask the question, how Shitup is dancehall? One shouldn't have to shy away from asking those questions because we know DJ Khaled have that relationship with our high-class people in the music and entertainment industry. A lot of these people career are supported and pushed and grooved by these people who it turn out, as Kat said, did he be wanting the body, but you got to tell him no. It is becoming clearer and clearer now that whether be men or women, you have to give up yourself to these pariahs in the music industry to move ahead. If our dance hall entertainers, because remember, hip hop and dance hall stand at the bastion of against homosexuality. Their music always have a homophobic tenet, not always, a lot of the time has a homophobic tenet to it. No problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. But it turns out as the scandal emerges and explodes, that that is a huge double standard in the hip hop industry, because anybody want to go to Diddy hand or the rest of them hand, Jay-Z or whatever, them have to give up them body to move ahead in the industry. There's also allegation being made of these people of human sacrifice in this saga. We've always been hearing of these things for quite some time. They are resurfacing again. Given DJ Khaled connection to the Jamaican music industry, given our missing women and children, and looking at the quote unquote alleged human sacrifice, should we as a country and as a nation and as a people not be asking questions of the people who we idolize as well, now that we realize it's all turning out that it's a devil hellish environment? I do believe all of these high profile people in Jamaica, because they watch over social media and I say, Wagwan. I don't think they should remain this silent, because if it was somebody in the Jamaica circle, the whole of them would have come out and distance themselves. DJ Khaled and Sizzla and them lot just have, them big collab deal or whatever them call it the other day, where him and Sizzla get in a war over. But all of these people name been calling, none of them not defending themselves though. Nobody is responding to the allegation, just like Jaguar been saying them for years. And until the book and the lawsuit and things start unveiling, we realize that the whole of these people in the entertainment industry, in the hip-hop entertainment industry, are a bunch of closeted faggots and whores. All of them name a call. None of them now come make themselves clear, respond, push back. They're all silent and the whole puffy galangin. But I don't think our Jamaican entertainer, now that DJ Khaled, what we know, is heavily intertwined with dance hall people then, I don't think they should be on, they ought to be beyond reproach and ought to be beyond questioning. And people shouldn't want to hear from them, because they've been holding up the mantra of the fight against homosexuality for quite some time, the hip hop and the dancehall industry. So now that this great swelter is going on, somebody needs to stand up and say something. Somebody needs to come out and disassociate, denounce, or support. But you cannot remain silent. The tantamount of victims cannot be ignored. They just cannot be ignored. And I'll just play you briefly from the civil lawsuits coming, and there will be many more coming.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tony Busby. I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York. and I'll introduce other members of our team as they speak. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. We've handled over the last 25 years some very big and very important cases. I believe that this one may surpass them all. There are many facets to this. The conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. There are many people and many entities involved. And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter no matter who the evidence implicates. These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. And you should know, to the extent the clients feel comfortable, we also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. Now, before we discuss the nature of the claims and claimants themselves, let me comment on the large volume of calls we have received since our first announcement. Even before the indictment of Sean Combs, we had received a small volume of calls and had screened a handful of cases. After the indictment of Sean Combs and the announcement that we were pursuing these claims, the floodgates opened. People who wouldn't otherwise, for a variety of reasons, are now stepping forward to make their voices heard and to pursue justice. But no, most of these people are scared. They fear backlash in their communities. They fear backlash in their own families. They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. And as is always the case in situations like this, when a celebrity is involved, people can be downright mean and nasty. You'd be shocked at the length fans will go, no matter the evidence, to the contrary, to defend celebrities they love. I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics. I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media. And when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct. They should not be targeted. I want to say this, and I want to be clear about it. Although we are vetting each call as stringently as we can, I always start with a mindset that I believe victims. I believe victims because I understand the tremendous courage it takes to step forward. So if you're watching this, please hear me. If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone. There is a great strength in numbers. You can seek redress. You can obtain justice. We can help you, and we will help you. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts, We check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator.
We'll leave that there for now. But as I was saying earlier, now that DJ Khaled, who is close to the Jamaican music industry, has been embroiled in the scandal, his sexuality, his gay closeted behavior has been thrown out there now in public. Should we not question all of our entertainers that are heavily intertwined with these hip hop models who their sexuality have become into questioning? Me not have asked if dance hall shit up because everybody silent. Nobody not even make song after Diddy downfall. Hmm? Jamaica is the first to make song over everything. Given that there's also alleged human trafficking, human sacrifice, with these people close to our industry and our country, with so much missing women and children, shouldn't we be asking questions of the people we idolize? Shouldn't we have cause for concern? This scandal does not only include America and hip hop. It includes the entertainment industry globally. A lot of these people in particular are very close to DJ Khaled. We want to know if any of them come out and refute Jonathan's argument. DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, Jake, P. Diddy, Sean Carter, all of these people who this particular allegation have been made against, who we know have strong connection, especially particularly DJ Khaled, to those in the dancehall industry. Somebody needs to come out and speak. We don't fit act like they are above reproach. We don't fit act like they are above selling them bum to get a deal, to get a contract, or to get an award. It turns out that what the industry is, it's a sex for whatever, however far you want to go. Whether you have back or front, at that, at the move in the industry. We've been long aware, both in the film, music, and entertainment industry, both sides of it, there is a plethora of abuse against women. But there is a system that allows this to happen. There is a system that protects these barbarity. Because just like Andrew Holness couldn't commit so much crime on his own, neither Jeffrey Epstein, P. Diddy, R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, them couldn't commit so much crime on them own and get away with it without a system at the very highest level, at its very darkest underground level, allowing these things to happen, coercing and protecting these things. Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry name a call. Beyonce name a call. You know, so much people, but Hollywood is very, very silent, as if it is just a rumor. It's no longer a rumor. Charges have been brought, books have been written, lawsuits have been filed, and tapes are been leaking. So we don't feel act like we entertainment that we entertain them in a Jamaica saint. The all of them have a long-standing connection to all of these devils that are surfacing. We should be asking questions. We should be concerned about our missing children. We should be concerned if these people within these industry have anything to do with our missing children. The Marleys as well, they have connection with these devils as well. We need to call them out and question them. This is not just a hip hop problem. This is not just a hip hop problem. Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight, them go through the same problem. Dionne Warwick, Whitney Houston, and the whole of them go through the same problem. It is not a hip hop problem. It's the entire entertainment industry, whether it be music or film or theater, wherever them come from. It's a demonic. We're learning that it is a demonic society. And we shouldn't shy away from questioning or high-profile people who we know have connection with these people. We want to know if they're in garden party, if they're involved in any of them freak off, if they're involved in any of the child abuse and the racketeering that are being alleged by the justice system. I don't think Jamaica should be so quiet as if this doesn't affect Jamaica's entertainment industry as well. So somebody needs to come out and talk, because me now got to ask the question. Me now got to stop ask the question, because them say bird of a feather flock together. And now that we are learning more and more, people what makes this listenable is that a lot of the people who are speaking are people within the industry, are not people on the sideline. A lot of the people who are speaking are former abuser victims. So these things cannot be ignored, and we can't act like questions shouldn't be asked of our people who we idolize as well. Questions shouldn't be asked about our missing children in connection with these trafficking for sex work and all of these things. I think it's legitimate for us to ask. This is not just America's problem. This is not just a hip hop problem. This is a global problem within the entertainment industry, whichever side of it you look at it on. But this time, it's unfolding within the music industry. Again, because we've seen the R. Kelly before. We see the Me Too movement within the film and television industry. We saw the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, where lots of high-profile people were embroiled in it as well. Oprah Winfrey's name was being called. Naomi Campbell's name was being called. Prince Andrew name was being called. This is how high this thing goes. This is not a low-level thing. So people in position of power, people who we idolize, people who will spend with last dime to support them, even though they're multimillionaire. They're like governments. All they do is commit crime against the people. And I think as a country, we ought to wake up, sit up, take note, and ask questions. The people in our entertainment industry is not beyond reproach. They are really not beyond reproach. Them and these demons are friends for a very long time. These people and Khaled are friends for in the 90s. And not today the reggae industry and Khaled are friends. So if Khaled name a call upon homosexuality is a brawling out there, we have to call these guys into question as well. We know them to be friends and co-workers of DJ Khaled. We know them to have, some of them to have a connection to P. Diddy. We know Buju Banton to have deal in the past with Jay-Z. And it's turning out that these people who hold up straightness in our part of the world and globally is dabbling in the deep sea with hip-hop, where hip-hop and reggae uphold the straightness and they're very much on the homophobic side. We understand why, but look at what it's turning out to be. Look at what it is turning out to be. How far is this from the reggae industry, the dancehall music? If this tirade is turning over in hip hop, where we're learning that the industry is full of closeted gay, especially those at the top like Jay-Z, P. Diddy, Khaled, Rick Ross, Jake, and the whole of these people, Usher, the whole of them. We shouldn't stand by without questioning our high profile people that are connected to these people. You mean to say they are so closely connected to the satanic world and them don't know where going in there? Jamaica doesn't have a right to be so silent at the moment. The Jamaican entertainment industry doesn't have a right to be so silent at the moment. They are very vocal when the word, anything about homosexuality drop out there. The dance hall industry is very vocal. Them can't be so silent at the moment when so much of them friend, so much of them co-worker embroiled, so much of people who we see them take picture and hug up with is embroiled in this scandal. They cannot remain this silent. And we shouldn't be afraid to call them out. And not tell them people and DJ Khaled a friend. So they must either come out and support him, denounce him, distance themselves, or something. But them don't have the right, certainly, in such a big scandal. The Jamaican entertainment industry, those close to Khaled in particular, don't have the right to remain the silent. The country wants to hear from you. The country wants to hear if reggae music batty up. The country wants to hear if dance hall batty up and shit up. You don't have the right, certainly, to stay this silent. Because if fly pitch pan shit, on a ball say batty man, on a ball say chichi man, bugo yaga back. Uno cannot be so silent. And me not go allow Uno to be this silent. There's too much people from the industry saying Khaled is gay, P. Diddy is gay, Jay-Z is gay, Rick Ross is gay. The Jamaica entertainment industry need to come out and say something. We don't need to come sing one song. We don't need to come make an announcement with a friendship with Khaled. What? We're going Khaled, we're going to just let it up. Now that we hear say P. Diddy involved in a holy human sacrifice, we have to question we missing children them. We hear about them sex trafficking. We have to question we're missing children, we're missing women and children. We want to know what our entertainers and dancehall artists have to offer to get them contracts, to get them record deals, to get them awards, to get to be with the big boys. We want to know who has been a bastion for straightness and stand up, bold and robust. Uno can't, when so much of our friend get thrown out there by people within the industry, it's wallowing all over social media. The entire Jamaica entertainment industry just silent. Nobody now have a voice about Khaled. Khaled name can't call out the pan batty so. And the whole of Khaled friend in a Jamaica just silent so. If I did me, I never stay silent. If it is a Jamaican, I never stay silent. Why on so silent now? And why me not sitting down on Jamaican vloggers that ask the question, I don't think that this octopus tentacle extend to the Jamaican music industry as well. Given we know that these people within our music industry have connection with Khaled, great connection with Khaled from in the 90s to now. They have connection with P. Diddy. They also have connection with Jay-Z. Why shouldn't we question them? Why shouldn't we think about our children or missing children and women in all of this sex trafficking ring that we've been finding out about? We must ask them questions. Our entertainer must come out and speak. Them can't so silent on this big batty argument when the tentacle in front of them. The whole honor stand up with and behind Khaled for a long time. A long time when Khaled I work together. And if him name a call, somebody needs to say something. We no can't stay so silent. Me not alone to stay so silent. I don't think it is right either for no stay so silent. Because we don't always have a view on homosexuality. Whether not have proof or not. And we've been learning more and more that getting a record deal, getting a contract, getting an award, your body or your front have to be on the table. You have to give up that before you get there. So I don't think we should shy away from asking or entertainers, how did you get there? What did you do to get there? What have you given up? What have you given up? Sharon Burke, what do you know? Have any of you ever been invited to Diddy party by Diddy or Khaled? A long time on a connection, and just now, and I have a connection yard and abroad, on a Khaled link up yard and abroad. Diddy is not the only one who have these extravagant party. He's maybe more extravagant than others. But he's not the only one who have these extravagant parties. So whether be the Marley them, the Beanie, the Bojo, the Bounty Killer, the Movado, Capleton, Sizzler, all of these people, they need to come out and say something. They're not allowed to be so silent. What about the victims? Do none of you care about none of the victims that you're hearing about? These people need to be called out for their silence. They ought not to be so silent. They are not to be so silent. They are very vocal people on this very issue. You say, hey, about homosexuality, the Jamaica reggae dancehall industry have a lot to say. How come now that it's about DJ Khaled, you all are so silent? Now that DJ Khaled's name is embroiled in all of this, DJ Khaled, who has a close relationship with a lot of you from the 90s coming up, then on a need to come out and say something, because me not go stop dragon until one of you come out and say something. Uno Hollywood can't remain so silent. The whole world a draw Hollywood to come say something. The Jamaica entertainment industry to come say something too. They are not distant from these people. The Jamaica music industry is not separate from the hip hop industry. They grow and work hand in hand. You understand? They collaborate together. They have signed deals and all that with each other. So I don't think it's fair that the Jamaica entertainers are so silent at the moment, particularly those in dancehall and those closely affiliated to DJ Khaled. You can't stay so silent. I'm going to knock the drum every day till one on answer. You need to answer. I'm going to post and splatter everywhere. Because there's a connection between P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Khaled, and the Jamaica music industry, the entertainment industry. This is not a making it up. Buju Banton signed a deal with Rock Nation in the past. We've seen the stage performance of Beanie and Diddy in Jamaica in the past, and they refer to their friendship and how long them not see one another. We've seen the relationship between Buju and Khaled. We've seen the relationship with the others and Khaled. We see how Khaled got Jamaica when he already got check them. We know that him and Sizzla have kick off over the latest. What them call this thing were released, what they when him and Sizzla kick off. But we shouldn't shy away because this man on screen, named Khaled in particular, he's not the only one. There's also a prisoner where the FBI them go question when name Khaled as well. But I'm not going on his, I'm going on this publicist because he is from the industry. And him come on camera and him make him claim and him claim saying have evidence. But he's not the only person that is speaking out. When Jaguar Cat was speaking out, a lot of people thought they were mad. It's all coming through now. A lot of what they've been saying are being surfacing, are being corroborated. Dancehall shouldn't be so silent. Dancehall shouldn't be so silent when one of them body, one of them bosom friend, one of them deep sea whale, one of them mother fish is being called out. To post I did me. You know that I sing song already. Platinum. Them platinum poster. So we want to know, we want to give up, we want to get Because we know now that we know, say, it though free to get ahead. And a talent, the music industry is not about talent. The entertainment industry, as we're learning, is not about talent. Is who willing to give themselves or who is willing to be abused. And that we learn out of this scandal, this R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, and and quite a lot of them is about either giving up yourself willingly or being abused in silence to get where you want to get to. And the people who bring us entertainment, whether it be in the film industry or the music industry, are you realizing that these people, given all of these scandals that are being coming out, whether it be Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby, or Kelly, P. Diddy, these people who come in front of a camera and a mic to entertain us, these people are dying inside from the abuse they suffered in order to come and entertain us. People, you understand the dynamic of the world where we live in? Do you understand the dynamic of the world where we live in? The people who are being put in front of us to sing and entertain us, to act and entertain us, these people are being abused and have suffered grave abuse to get to common screen to entertain a lot of us behind the pain. No, me not understand that word earlier. If we don't find it confused, me find the part that confused. I'm not saying there's not talent in the industry, but these juggernauts and barbarians at all level within the society, whether be it the recruiting and manipulating or the controlling level of it, they prey on the talent of people in order to get their multi-millions and billions. Because as we're being more been more made aware that these people in the music and entertainment industry, they're not even making much money. They've been robbed by executives and producers and managers and everybody who own them. The good thing though, the silence is breaking. More and more from Me Too coming right up, the silence is breaking. P. Diddy is not the only one responsible in this whole thing. A lot of people at all levels is responsible. Those in the entertainment industry who know about it and turn a blind eye to it. Those executives and managers and high profile people that supported it, turn a blind eye to it, involved in it. The investigators who knew of it and turn a blind eye to it, take the hush money to shut up and not investigate all of these crimes that have been committed for decades within this industry. Those in the dark world that pull all the strings behind. Those in government that are involved and that have turned a blind eye. These are not low-level crimes. These are crimes supported by people with power, money, and influence. As Kat said, in one of his interview months ago, earlier on this year. In 2024, they will all be catching hell. It's all going to go down for a lot of them. And since the arrest of Sean Combs, the amount of names in the big industry that has been surfaced, head teacher Wagwan, how you do? The amount of big names that has been surfaced within the industry who have helped to protect and cover up a litany of abuse. One day, all of them will be held responsible. Of course, there are counter arguments out there to say that the system is taking down P. Diddy because of his attack on the Diageo brand and his lawsuit, his settlement, him exposing them of being racist, or him creating a political party for Black people. But if you look at the plethora of the alleged abuse from this guy, most of the abuse was suffered by Black people in the Black community. Could it be it's because he knew they were closing in on him, why he started to draw Black people on his side by planning to create a Black political party? Will Oprah Winfrey Day come? Will Tyler Perry Day come? Will Jay-Z and Beyonce Day come? Will those in Congress Day come? This is not just a Diddy problem. This is a society problem. And this is why I'm raising this subject, because I don't think Jamaica ought to be outside of the scrutiny. The hip hop and the dancehall industry is quite closely intertwined. And if Khaled name has been thrown out there as a closeted gay, and he's not responding, nobody in Hollywood is responding to any of these claims from people in the industry. We ought to be asking, is dancehall really shit up? Because everybody, all of Khalid friend them in a dancehall, all of P. Diddy and Jay-Z friend them in a dancehall, they are absolutely silent. They're silent. They always have a lot to say about the Batism thing. Why are they so silent? Know that so much of their friends in the hip hop industry that we know, especially Khalid, they have this close connection with. And nobody now say nothing. Hollywood silent, Jamaica silent, London silent. So what, everybody are waiting till their name call before them come make a statement? That's how it go. We have a problem with missing women and children. A dark secret of sex trafficking and human ritual is also being exposed in this scandal. Me not say it go so, but it no means that we not question possibilities or probabilities, which is where the FBI them are go on. There are highly probable cause at the moment. Because me now comment on the charges or whatever. We're waiting to see the evidence once they go to trial, because there will be a plethora of evidence, but we're not going to know about until trial happen. If Diddy records so much of his crime, then of course, if him don't do him or them don't do a Jeffrey Epstein. There's going to be a huge exposure. As the lawyer was saying earlier, a lot of high profile people will be named as defendants in the lawsuit. This thing is an octopus with many tentacles and tons of suckers, and you really don't know who will be surfacing next. But I don't care if nobody call them out, but all a Khaled friend them in a Jamaica, me I go knock the cursing pan until me hear say somebody come out and either support Khaled, distance themselves from Khaled, or have something to say about the issue. Thank you all very much. Understand go tell Dirty Andrew and Darrell Vaz. Said this evening come back, make we and them have tissle and tassel. Because I notice Darrell Vaz, I have hiccup. Let me say this, Darrell Vaz, and I'm going to explain it further tonight. Disparaging remarks. You know, I had spent 6 years at law school, Mr. Vaz. 6 years. And I've never come across a legal phase or a legal principle or a legal exception, Mr. Vaz, to do with disparaging remarks. I really would like to speak to your solicitor who would accept, Mr. Vaz, such instruction, disparaging remarks. I mean, disparaging. Have you ever heard of freedom of speech, Darrell Vaz? But anyway, when you later, we and you disparage visa later. And no one Jamaica when I talk about Darrell visa, when you call the visa disparage. We don't want to hear about no B1, no B2, no waiver, no nothing. We want to hear about the disparage visa. All right? Thank you all very much for being here with us on the Drive Time London. Join us back this evening on the People's Point of View, where we will look at disparaging. Thank you and good evening from Global TV. And don't forget, we're asking the question, is dancehall shit up?